Mr. Chairman, thank you for holding this markup on the first act of 2014. Since becoming a member of Congress and joining this committee, I have looked forward to working on America Competes Act legislation. The America Competes Act, signed into law in 2007, was a bill that made significant investments in research and development to improve our nation's competitiveness. I think it is important for us to remember the history of the America Competes Act. This bill was a part in a response to the issues that were raised in the famous National Academy's Rising Above the Gathering Storm report. Congress asked the National Academies to suggest the top actions that federal policymakers should take to enhance our nation's R&D enterprise. The report's recommendations included sustained increases in basic research and increasing the number of STEM degree graduates. The America Competes Act included many of the report's recommendations and was passed with overwhelmingly bipartisan support and signed into law by a Republican president. When it came time to reauthorize the America Competes Act in 2010, we again sent a bipartisan bill to the president to sign. Not everything included in the American Competes Act came to be. The recession and budget pressures made it difficult to fully realize the goals of Competes, but that does not mean we should abandon those goals. It is again time to reauthorize the America Competes Act, but I'm disappointed by the bill that we're discussing today. It does not adequately address critical issues, including preparing our young people for the jobs of tomorrow. This bill largely neglects the largest untapped demographics for high-skilled workers, women, and minorities. I would encourage the chairman to look at the well-vetted legislative proposals put forward by our members, including Ranking Member Johnson, to address some of these disparities. America faces greater challenges to its leadership position in innovation and competitive today than when the first America Competes Act was enacted. In the 2010 National Academy's Rising Above the Gathering Storm revisited report, they concluded that the outlook for America to compete for quality jobs had decreased in the time since the first report. I came to Congress to work on helping Americans get back to work. We should be discussing a bill that includes policies that will contribute toward that goal. Unfortunately, we are not. I am hopeful that we can come together to work across the aisle between the subcommittees and full committee to mark up this legislation. A few weeks ago, we had a bipartisan markup at full committee on the N-Work bill. I hope that we can work through our differences on this bill as we did on that bill. Our nation's future as a leader in innovation depends on it. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I yield back the balance of my time.